Okay, hi. I just wanted to make a video pretty much of my third pregnancy. I have had two miscarriages, and that all started when I was 24, and I'm 26, so about every year to then 6 months, I got pregnant, and so I just want to kind of remember what happened, because every time I've gotten pregnant and I miscarried, I kind of forget what went down. So I just want to, record it for my own like little diary. So I got pregnant and was just living my life like regularly, and about 6 weeks everything was going fine. And then the 7th week, I went in and he told me to come back in 11 days. And about 4 days later, I started bleeding, and it was light blood. It looked like with, any women's regular discharge, the brown, very light brown. And then, I would like kind of try and clean it and go inside a little bit of, my private part and clean it out and just use a panty liner. And, the panty liner worked fine. And I went to the emergency room, and the doctor said, I think it's too early, but, have a follow-up. So I went on Wednesday, and the doctor then said, you need to come 6 days later, at the 11th day mark, like I told you. So I went back, and he had said, pretty much things don't look good, as far as if you're bleeding. But I've read so many times that women sometimes even get their period when they're pregnant. So, I was concerned, but at the same time I was a little relieved, because this does happen to women. And the fact that I have a bicoronary uterus, anything's possible. One uterus could be flowing, I would think, and the other is holding, the sac and the embryo. So anyway, I went back, and so I was 7 weeks and 7 days, so just about at the cusp of 8 weeks. And they looked for the heartbeat, and it looked like, everything was fine, but they couldn't find a heartbeat. And so the doctor gave me 3 options. He said the first one, he could scrape it out of me and, soon get it over with. The second one, nature could just take its course. And the third one is putting a vaginal pill in, and I guess it just kind of, like pretty much poisons to make the sac drop out of you. And if it doesn't work the first time, you do it again. And he gave me pain medication, just really low dose of hydrocodone and Percocet, because I guess it's pretty painful. So right now I'm just waiting. I just think he was very misleading. He had told me when they scrape it out of you, you are in, anesthesia, and, it's a procedure, and once it's done, well, I found out later that that is an abortion. What they do when they abort the baby is what he was offering me. And I am, that's just not for me. I'm not completely against it, because there are circumstances where women, have to have it. And thank God that, nothing is really so much created. So, I just kind of felt like if it wasn't meant to be, then since my body took it on, why can't it just drop it off or drop out? But the fact that I'm still bleeding lightly, and, I do kind of want to just get this over with and start over, because I'm not killing anything inside of me. I'm just, instead of, killing and, not I just want to make life. So it's very discouraging, though. I was upset, and the doctor just had no empathy, or, he just was very standoffish and cold. And, as his job, and knowing that he would tell women this, you would think, he'd be very understanding and sympathetic, but I got none of that. And every single question or concern I had to ask him about, it wasn't told, and then I had to research, what is best for me, because I don't know, what happens after an abortion. I don't know what happens after this vaginal. I mean, obviously it's going to be painful. So I'm just kind of at a standstill. I'm thinking about doing the pill because I do want to just start over and try again, because my husband and I are just very optimistic, and it's just at my age and my health and everything, you would think, I'd be able to conceive and keep the baby and everything. Well, getting pregnant really isn't the problem. I never planned it or anything. We just kind of, if it happens, it happens. And it has happened. And I wish someone could read more into it, or find out, if there's something that I need to do, like take aspirin, if there's clotting. The progesterone is fine. So I think just, you just keep trying. And I'm only 26, and so I feel like I have a lot more, tries, but it's so much to go through and, endure. And the fact that you are so optimistic, and you're not so much, you do want it, but once you're pregnant, you want, everything to go okay. And, just, it's very trying. And, I just feel like my husband is so supportive, and I just feel like the foundation is so set that eventually it will happen. I just don't know where to go from here, though, because on one hand, I want to, work and be in like a work environment, but I work for myself right now, and it's a tremendous amount of work and a lot of pressure. And running your own show it's difficult, but everything seems to be going pretty well every time, I do a sale and stuff. So that's where I'm at. I just wanted to record, though, so, I could have on record like a little diary. But I'm not cramping or anything, and so technically I'm 8 weeks with the embryo and sac still inside of me, and I'm just gonna wait it out. And if nothing has happened within a week, then possibly do the vaginal pill. But right now I'm just kind of letting nature take its course, because nature took its course when it went in, and I've had it, the whole blood and gore process before, and it's really not terrible. But it's not as shocking as you would think. I don't know for most women how far along they've been, but I know in my experience it was just a lot of like blood clots. So that's all I have. And if anyone has any suggestions or anything, that'd be great. But I'm just kind of putting myself out there, because I've watched a lot of videos and they've really, really helped me and encouraged me. So if I could be any help to anyone or answer any questions, that I would be willing to do that, because I have had a lot of help. So that's all I have. Thanks.